I am going to tell you all about the pack towel and whether I think it's worth buying or not. It is my opinion that if you're going camping or traveling, you have four options. You can bring the pack towel, you could bring an off-brand similar towel, you could bring a towel from home, or you could be crazy and not bring a towel at all. I'm the kind of person who needs to bring a towel because I love swimming and I wash my hair pretty much every day. I need a towel. In previous videos, I've shared that if you're trying to go camping and you don't know what gear to bring and you don't have a lot of money to spend, that a towel is not the most important thing. You can always use a towel from home. You do not need to have every perfect piece of gear to start camping. However, since then, I have invested in the pack towel and I am going to talk about whether I believe that it's worth it or not. Because the pack towel is an expensive product, especially for a towel, which is not the first thing you think of when you think of going camping or traveling. The pros and cons of the pack towel, in my opinion, a huge pro is that you can get it in different sizes. So this is the body size or the extra large size. There is one size bigger and a few sizes smaller as well. The size larger is like your classic beach towel size. And I'm a larger person and this towel is still decent for me. I can wrap myself up in it after getting out of the lake when I go swimming. Before buying the pack towel, I would bring a towel from home and I always brought a hand towel size towel. I never brought a towel this large from home because if you brought a full bath towel camping and that gets wet, it's so heavy and takes forever to dry out. But this size towel is manageable. It doesn't get super heavy. You can wring it out. It dries a little bit faster. This is what I used to bring. So size is a pro. Also, the fact that it dries so quickly. Like I said, these towels don't dry very quickly. The pack towel dries very quickly. I can go swimming and get this thing soaking wet. It's fairly absorbent as well, and I can hang it up in a tree and it will be dry within a few hours as long as it's not like wet and damp and raining. Another pro of this towel is that you can hang it using this loop that it has. So it has this snappable loop that you can use to hang this on the outside of your pack, or you can hang it from a tree. You can always, of course, with a towel, you can like throw it over a branch or try to hang it anyways, but this does make it a little bit easier, especially if you want to attach it to your pack. The snap is pretty good quality, and that leads me to the next pro. I think that the pack towel is high quality in general. I've had this and used it fairly heavily for years now, and there's no fraying along the edges of this towel. The seam is great quality. The pattern has not faded. It's not something that just gets full of dirt and like dirt sticks to it. It cleans up really easily. I can just throw it in the wash machine. Those are probably the biggest pros. It stays clean, it's small, it's lightweight, it dries easily, you can hang it up easily. It's big enough for me as a large person to wrap myself up in after getting out of the lake and kind of sit by the fire. Cons of this product are that it's fairly expensive. It is the most expensive towel I've ever purchased, coming in at just under $40 for this size. You can get a smaller size, which is cheaper, a larger size that is more expensive. They sometimes have like special designs on them that cost more also. Overall, fairly expensive. The other con or thing that I would at least change about this product is I love that it has the loop, but the loop is a little bit awkward. If I'm going to hang this from my backpack, it's gonna hang so far down because only one corner has a loop. I wish that both of the corners on like the long edge had the loop so you could hang it better. You could have options of how to hang it. That's like really long. I think it's a little bit silly, especially if you're gonna hang it from your pack. You're gonna be walking around dragging this thing on the ground. The final con of this product that I'm going to talk about today is that it is not as nice as bringing a towel from home. It's not as comfortable, it's not as fluffy, it's not as absorbent. So it does feel nice to have this soft, fluffy, absorbent towel that dries you off immediately. So there's that. But that's with any of these off-brand towels. You're either gonna bring a comfy towel from home or you're going to make do with a fairly absorbent, I mean, this is actually pretty absorbent, and it does dry you off, but you know what I'm saying. It's not like as comfy and soft and fluffy as a home towel. It's a pretty thin material, like very thin. If I'm going to compare it to a different off-brand towel, this is Hurley brand, so this is still a pretty decent brand. I have found that the other towel brands that I've used Sea to Summit, this Hurley one, and then an Amazon version. I have found that they're not quite as absorbent. When I rub this pack towel on my skin, this is so soft and it like pulls the water right off of you. Whereas the other brands, the biggest difference I've found is that these don't absorb as easily. It's more like you're rubbing the water physically off of you and it's not like absorbing it like a pack towel or a cotton towel. The other thing that I prefer about the pack towel is a lot of the other brands don't come with the carrying case. This is kind of a small thing. You could buy a little case to put it in, but I like this case that you get for this pack towel because it's pretty breathable and I find that my towel doesn't get musty and gross in here. It's just nice to have this little pack to search for and to pack your things up nicely into your bag. So if I'm looking at a towel that I'm gonna bring camping, I would say that overall the pack towel is worth the money and I wish I would have purchased this product sooner. I wish I would have upgraded from my home towel sooner than I did, and all of the off-brand towels that I've purchased have just not quite added up to the pack towel. So it's kind of a luxury camping product. You don't need it, you can do without it, but if you're looking for something to add to your gear, or if you know of a loved one who likes camping, I do think it's worth it once you have the chance to spend the extra money on it. If you want to see more gear videos and review videos, make sure to subscribe to this channel. I'm going to link this pack towel in the description of this video, and it would mean a lot to me if you're going to buy one of these. If you use my link, it does help me and it doesn't cost you anything extra. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.